so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what the mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
Green 18. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. You don't see me.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Green 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 6-6. Pull it out. Inside.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 8 read. Protein spill.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Topper.
2nd and 5 now. Allen, and this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of only a yard.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That good for 22 and a first down. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second and 7, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So not the most convincing of kicks, but he got it to go.
Yeah, from a short distance. You expect a little bit more out of that kick, but the bottom line is what?
3 points.
3 points. Doesn't matter how it looked. It still counts the same.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Equinemius St. Brown, and it's 3rd down.
As a DB, you're giving up a ton of height on that play to the receiver. So if they want to play a 50-50 ball, that's going to make it difficult. All you can do is rely on your technique. Try and time it. Try and figure out when the ball is going to arrive and meet it when it gets there.
And on that play, short man won. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. On 1st down, Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check it back. Undercrush.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hit it right. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, wahoo. Wide left. Get wide.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On the ready. Hey, Delta, let's go, get set.
50, Mike, 50.
Stay with your man.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Here we go, get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, it's caught. Smith, 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
26.
On play action. Rodgers. Over the middle. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check three. Number 50. Hey, you blind over here.
Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he finds his tight end, Graham. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know you felt that.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Garrison. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen now looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. Jones has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On play action, now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, Alpha. You don't want it. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 10-30. Jim.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check 25. Hey, let's go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
To throw, it's Allen. He's got Smith here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready? 18, Gator. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, orbit. Get it.
To the air, Allen. And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Madison. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Five.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, flush to his right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play. A game-changing play. A turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run it with Madison. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
I got you. Tyler, 64, read, snap.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Ready?
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Going on the ground with Madison, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point, it's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, pick your game up. Check 99. Check 99.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Rodgers to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Yep. Motion. Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Going deep for Diggs, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Ready, set.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Team 6. 50, Mike 50. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Parkey is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Rodgers. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it. Hey, check 24.
One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to